Hello everybody and welcome back to some Hearthstone Tavern Brawl, back to the Underdog rules here, and this is basically, if you're more than 3 health under that of your opponent, you'll summon a random minion to your side. And we've done a Rogue, a Warlock, and a Warrior. So what would probably be another good one? I think I'm going to go with Druid here, and see what we can do with that. Add a couple of Wild Growths. Marks of the Wild are always nice. Is Moonfire worthwhile to do the extra damage to our character in the mid force? I do not think so. Anodized Robocop's always nice. Mark of Nature. Do we bother with Astral Communion? No. Let's just avoid Astral Communion. Savage Roar might be nice. Nourish, gain 2 mana crystals, or draw 3 cards. I'll take that. Take a Dark Whispers. Do we have Naturalize, or do we not have that unlocked? Do some Starfalls, Starfires, Mech Bear Cat. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. We don't have a beast. Let's go into some general minions, and we got some big stuff, so I just put her in. Actually, no, I remember that effect, the Inspire, was not working in Tavern Brawl, so let's skip that. We will add some. I usually don't really use too much 2-mana minions, just try to get the hero power out and take some damage. The armor gain from it's not going to really help that much, but Druid's kind of like the Rogue, only I don't know if it'll be as good as the Rogue. Always bringing some questing adventures. They are always there to help. And let's bring in some real Yetis, not mechanical Yetis, due to these. Actually, it's the same stats, isn't it? Just adds, give each player a spare part, yeah. Just stay with the regular Yetis. Let's do some bigger stuff. We have some pretty good big cards to use a Max Nuff. Sneed's Old Shredder. We can't bring in Sneed with what we have now, so I'm going to replace a Mech Bear Cat with a Sneed. I want a couple Molten Giants. Get rid of the Murlocs and bring in some Molten Giants. And then let's just brawl in here. Got some bigger stuff than any of my other ones, but I'm hoping the hero power will give us enough damage to get the random minions, or take enough damage to get the random minions. We will see how that works out. Hopefully it works very well for us, but same, it could not work at all. We did play against one Druid and beat him on our first game, I believe, on a Warlock, but might be able to Shaman. See what we can do against him. We will go first. I might innervate out a Wild Growth, get rid of the Nourish, get a Mech Bear Cat. Is innervate Wild Growth worth it? No, I'll save Innervate and use Wild Growth next turn. I'm not really afraid of him getting a little bit of board presence early on if he can. He's got 2 mana. What's he going to do with that? Put out a Flame Tongue Totem. Not really that big of a deal as long as he doesn't surround it with a bunch of bigger minions. We're going to have 5 mana next, or no, 6 mana. We could innervate out Mech Bear Cat. Give us a 7/6 on the board. That's a bit of a problem though, that 3/1. Yeah, let's innervate out Mech Bear Cat. Could have that take 2 if we want to. Well, innervate hero power here is to keep Mech Bear Cat uncontested on the field and take that 2 damage, bring us too closer to summoning those random minions. Usually I would never innervate out a hero power whatsoever, but that might work out very well for us if he doesn't have a Hex. Got an Earth Shock. I'm not afraid of him giving us, or not giving us the extra 1 damage and freeze it. So he's got a lot of crowd controlling effects on him. I'm not afraid of not getting those spare parts. 4/7 on the board is still pretty nice. Even if we can't take out the Flame Tongue. Put out a Chillwind Yeti. We got a 7/6 and a 4/5 on the board. He's got a 0/3 that gives 3 attacks to the adjacent minion, so maybe he gets a Taunt Totem or something and gives us a little bit of trouble. But if we can kill that, we have a huge advantage here. He doesn't get a taunt totem, he gets the healing totem. So we're going to be able to take that out unless he's got another Frost Shock and something else. Lightning Bolt's going to kill the Mech Bearcat. Overloads him for 1 next turn. So he used a lot to try to take out that Mech Bearcat. He is going to get in the range of that free card though. Not all too keen on that, but kill that. Yeah, let's just armor up and might as well just hit him now because we're pretty far away from being able to get the card draw ourselves. And he gets a 3-2, doesn't get the battle cry from it, so we are in a pretty good position. Ancestral Healing, I'll give it taunt. Not too afraid of it. Starfall might not use another Yeti. We don't hit it to get the damage, it wouldn't help us at all. Hit him for another 1, we got a 4-2 and a 4-5. The Scavenging Hyena is not going to be a big deal unless he gets a bunch of other beasts. So our Flame Tongue is going to be a bit of a problem here though. Earth Shock. Maybe this shock it if it's going to take 2 damage anyway. I don't know, but oh well. Oh, he's just going to go for face, alright. He does get the taunt, but sadly for him, we are going to Starfall, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. And we can take out his Flame Tongue with a hero power and hit him for 4. He gets a 2-3. It allows him to summon 2 totems in 1 turn. I believe that is what the Garrison Commander does. Yes, 2 hero powers in 1 turn. Not too afraid of it. That is going to be a little bit of a problem. But all the same, put out a Sneed. If he wants to attack the Sneed with that guy, go ahead. Snow Chugger is also not going to be that big of a deal. We can give Sneed a big taunt next turn and draw a ton of cards, which I'll probably do. I'm going to hit Sneed, maybe with both of them. Oh, he's got another Fire Elemental. He's going to give us a 5-4 Captain Greenskin without the Battle Cry. I'll claim a 5-4 and he traded most of his board into. I'm not too disappointed in that. Let's give him 4 health and taunt. And then draw 3 cards. A Savage Roar and a Ironbark Protector. And dies Robocub. And hit him with that and then just hit him for 1. He can kill Greenskin if he wanted to. Actually, he has to. We're losing both of his minions. Could have buffed him up past that range, but Healing Wave, restore 7 health. Oh, so it's the Joust mechanic that was bugged. They did fix the Joust mechanic. He won't get that bonus though. Extra bunch of health as we get a Molten Giant, which is pretty much unbeatable for 20 mana. A Bloodlust. Alright, so he's going to kill Greenskin with just 1 and deal 5 damage to our face. That's good. Could have been worse. We are frozen, which all in all could be worse than being frozen. That. Summon a 3-attack Robocub with taunt, and we have an 8-8 and a 3-2 on the board. Not too afraid of this Dark Cultist or whatever he is. Death Rattle gives a random minion 3 health. Not going to be a big deal for us. Frost Shock, okay. It's not going to deal with the taunt, but Fire gives me totems to attack. It's going to be a little bit of a pain there. That guy. Snow Chugger on the board. Put that out. Give this guy an extra 4 health. Not gonna get the 2 attack this turn. And let's just hit him in the face. Hope he doesn't draw or summon anything big. He doesn't. Takes damage whenever an enemy dies, right? Or a minion dies. He's gonna have to throw a lot of stuff into that Ironbark if he wants to kill it. He actually doesn't have the damage on the board this turn to get rid of it. Actually, he does if he buffs up those totems. We'll have to throw the iron bar, or the dude that's giving him the totem buff to do it, or he won't. Yeah, he will. So if he does, let's hit the enter key in it. I didn't even know I did that little pop-up thing. Alright. Ooh, that goal's getting a little dangerous. Oh, we gotta go through the taunt, never mind. Give him 2-2 and taunt. Never give all characters. Oh, it'd give us 2 attack on each, so we could get him up to quite a bit. Do that. Do that. Buffs him up to 12-8. Kill that. Kill that. Probably shouldn't have used the 1 extra. We could have saved it. Lightwell's not all too consequential. If he does 2, if he hits us, he won't summon an extra minion next time, and we can bring out a Molten Giant though. And he will end up hitting us. Summons a Spell Power Totem. Not too afraid of that. Get another Molten Giant. If we do this, take 4 damage. We can summon both Molten Giants and put us into the range where we can get the free minion. He will heal for 3 though, but that does kind of give us the advantage with the card draw. If we have 16 damage on the board, we're going to get a free minion next time, and we can clear the board without taking too much of a hit. At least almost clear. I'm not too afraid of the Spell Power Totem. Taunt Totem's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but all the same, what's he got? Restore Earth of Health to your hero. I think we're looking pretty good right now. He's going to do that, so that actually will help us quite a bit. 3-3.
Give that minion a turn.
I'm not going to be able to attack. Hit that. Do that. 0 power. Hit him for 1, gain 1 armor. He'll heal for 3. We're going to have to take care of that Lightwell next turn. But right now we're just building up board presence, and deal 4-5 to all the minions. That is not good for us. No, 2 cards, overload 2, so his next turn is going to be pretty much a waste, but he just got himself back in the game if we can't get anything good from the card draws. There's a taunt total. 2-3, taunt and rage, 3 attack, nice. Starfire, deal 5 damage, and draw a card. No, I'll save that. It's not worth just going for the card draw. Might as well save it for a pretty decent clearing of the board. We do have... oh, he's got another one of the elemental destruction in the pile, right? So he's going to stay overloaded. We got 2 Starfires now. Hit him. I'll keep saving the Starfires and getting the free minions. Raid Leader's not really going to be very helpful with what we have right now. Totem again. He's going to block this guy. Master Swordsmith's nice on the empty board. Hit him. 3-2 or 4-2. Oh, he's got the Raid Leader ball. Keep saving our Starfires. He's pretty low on board clears, and we're able to get some board presence with some smaller minions due to our lower health and the anodized Robocub we drew. Faceless Manipulator on the Robocub. We can kill it off pretty easy. Fork Lightning, deal 2 damage to random minions. It's pretty good for us. Unspeaker, give Wind Fury. The minion's not going to attack. Use your hero power twice. So we can kill the Robocub without losing any minions. Do that. Hit him. Well, let's just use a Starfall so we can draw a card. Give him 8-8. The Ironbark Protector. We will no longer be getting free minions, but we have pretty good board presence now. Especially with the Protector and the taunt buff. The Charged Hammer is not really going to do much to us. It's going to put him in the range for the free minion, but Not afraid of that. He's down to 14. We can do what? 6 damage this turn plus another 5. Do 11, bring him down to 3. Let's put an 8/8 out. Give this guy 2/2 a taunt. Hit for 6, and he will have 8 health. What does he get for free? Buff to our Iron Bark Protector. He gets a Cultist of Alkaloid of Pain. Some card draw for him. Not all too bad. We're gonna get a Taunt Totem here. It's not gonna save him if he can't kill something we have. 3 more damage. What else is he got? He's gonna kill that off. And it looks like we win this here, and we do. Well played. Starfall. 2 damage to each minion. We'll use that and just kill them straight off anyway. Oh well. And we will get another victory here, so. Druid did pretty well there. Gotta say. Credit where credit is due. And go into another game, final game on the Druid. And trying to figure out what we want to do next. Maybe Paladin? Nothing else that really has the power to take a lot of damage and keep the board clear that I can think of off the top of my head. We got Paladin, Priest, a Shadow Priest. If I had either of those cards, would be pretty good for this. Another Warlock we're gonna play against.
I must protect the
Other than that, there's Shaman. We might do Shaman. A lot of people have been trying Shaman, even though I think we've beaten each of them due to the fact that we do have the ability to get that nice innervate to keep the board clear and summon those minions from the health disadvantage. The Flame Imp is gonna put him in a pretty good position to start out. Being said, the hero power will bring us down to where he can't do that. Or we could do that. 3 is not good enough to do the draw. Yeah, let's use an Anodized Robocub.